I was meant to be doing a video on Monday, I think, about the reason behind the book The Bear That Came From Japan that has turned into a book series, and I'm going to be doing a spin-off, and I just thought I'd tell you the real reason. So, my dad, it was the most important man to me. And if you look at a photo of me and a photo of my dad, we look alike, and he was the strongest man that I have ever known, and I am just like him because I went through something extremely scary at a very young age, and there was a chance of me not surviving this scary thing, and now I'm almost 25. And yeah, so my dad knew exactly my favourite teddy, which is Zoe, and we made up this story because I suffer with headache, so it was a distraction, and all we needed to decide was the country, the car, and the bear. And the bear was sorted because everyone knew what teddy was my favourite, except I don't have favourites. I love all my bears the same. And it was just, I mean, come on. It was just fate that I was meant to write a book about teddies, and I just needed that extra push from my dad to do it, and I did. And so we sorted the bear, which is Zoe. We sorted the country, which is Japan. I like everything from Japan. I like the saris. I think that's what they wear. No, that's India. I don't know my countries. Anyway, I like Japan, and I like everything from Japan. And did you know that the car that my mum drives is a Toyota, and that's actually from Japan? So I thought, use that car, use the Toyota car, which is how Zoe ends up in Japan and then London, and that leads to meeting her half brother Chocolate, which ends up being her actual brother, or not half. But yeah, that's the real reason, is my dad, basically. So after he died, I just needed a little push from everyone to put this on paper, because my dad he was the most supportive person I have ever known, and he knew that I wanted to be an author so much. Like, if I was having like a breakdown, thinking the worst, that I'm not going to be a famous writer or whatever, he was there. He was there to make sure that I stop thinking the worst and thinking the good, because that's my dad. And yeah, so I just needed that little push from my dad, from my friends, from my family, who knew the story by heart. I mean, my brother David, he knew the story by heart, and I also, before I started publishing on Kindle Direct Publishing, I had to have a little push from friends and family to do this. It was actually meant to be the 31st of January, but I am like so stubborn that I needed like a few days to be convinced. But yeah, that is the real reason behind the Bear That Came From Japan book series, or just one book. I actually made it into a series because I changed the ending that we originally made up, which I think that my dad would be fine about. Oh no! There we go. It was stuck. But anyway, that is the real reason. I've said that about 3 times now. And I think that my dad would be pleased that I made it into a book series. Because whenever I had a headache, I always wanted a bear to make me feel better, you know? And I didn't have to ask. He knew exactly what Teddy, like everyone does. Excuse me. And excuse me. Yeah, that is the real reason. So, and I actually didn't know that this book series would be as successful as it has been. I mean, like, I'm so overwhelmed that this happened. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't believe this has happened. I just can't believe it. So if I show you a picture, so that's my dad, and that's me, obviously. So can you say that we look alike? Because everyone I know says that we do. Because he was stubborn, and I am really, really stubborn. And he was a chatterbox. He didn't let anyone speak, and so am I. Yeah, and he was strong. I'm strong and brave. He was brave. Basically everything about my dad is me. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh my days, it's 10 minutes. That is my favourite photo of me and my dad. I need to stick it on my wall. It came off. I'm gonna go and watch some Hollyoaks now. And I just thought I'd tell you the real reason behind the most popular book series in the world. And fingers crossed I get chosen to be on audiobook next year for this book.